Position on this proposal will be largely guided by Governor Ducey's analysis of how it would impact the people of our state. My friends, this is legislation that directly affects the lives of the people in my state. I trust my governor. I trust his people.
John McCain, battling brain cancer, deals the final blow to the Republicans' effort to repeal and replace Obamacare. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says it is time to move on. To impeach or not to impeach? Another hot topic this week, President Trump. This is the question being asked in a newly released USA Today iMedia ethics poll. The results, Americans are split right down the middle. 42% impeach, 42% don't impeach. 36% of those polled think Trump will complete his first term. Jimmy, what do you think?
Yeah, America's split. What's the big news there? The one thing I do take away from that poll is you're beginning to see a little bit of Donald Trump's base erode. And the people that are core Trump supporters, they always will be. But again, when you look at the disarray that's going on in the White House right now, with the tweets, with the rhetoric coming out of the White House, I don't think it's helping them.
All right, I want to pick that particular poll apart. It's from USA Today. The same poll had numbers saying 44% approval rate for Trump. So here, I'm going after the journalist who wrote this piece right now. How can you look at numbers and come up with a 44% approval rating and a 42% impeach number? It does not work. So this is where the media is losing its credibility. Right. That is not an honestly reported story.
So it's fake news.
This is the problem. This is why when Trump says stuff like that, people agree with him.
Well, actually, the math was done by the Trump supporters. That's why nothing added up. I mean, he's got to support.
Talking about the health care bill?
The people who support Donald Trump support him when he wants to take away their health care, support him when he wants to take away their education money, support him when he wants to take away all the programs that they need to survive.
Have you lost your mind? Have you seriously lost your mind? You want to talk about taking away health care? The millions of people that lost health care that they were providing for themselves, that got driven onto Medicaid, education, Common Core, the nationalization of education under Barack Obama. Why do you think Donald Trump exists right now? Donald Trump is taking away, the Republicans are taking away health care? I mean, it is absolutely amazing. And the fact that McCain would go rogue on this thing, God bless him with his health, and I hope everything works out. But he has got to leave the Senate, and I mean yesterday. Actually, I mean 10 years ago.
Am I kidding? Sure. They need it. The people need to be on Medicaid to get their health care.
Because they can't afford it now.
Right, so let's kick them off Medicaid. We're going to do them a big favor.
Real quick on that number. Real quick on that number, because this is, again, the fake news and the disingenuous nature that comes along with numbers. 20 million people are going to lose their insurance. Yes, there are a lot of people that would lose Medicaid. If the market would work and the government would allow it to, a lot of those people would actually purchase their own health care. What a novel idea.
Delegate Anderson.
Okay, I think all four of you are not thinking outside the box.
There's three of you.
I'm talking about you as well.
I'm always thinking inside the box.
Look, everybody's looking at this thing. Okay, here's a poll to talk about whether or not President Trump is going to be impeached or who would vote for impeachment. I don't think that's going to happen, but I don't think he's going to finish his 4 years. Donald Trump never intended to be president. He got into the race and won a couple of primaries and decided, hey, this looks pretty good. Let's see if I can win. And he won. And then he became president and said, well, what do I do now? Donald Trump will resign. And I'm glad we're on tape, Richard, because you can play this back later. Donald Trump will resign before the 4 years is up because he's doing everything to destroy the presidency. And he's going to get out while the getting is good. Watch.
Let's go back to healthcare for a second.
You have 30 seconds.
I have to tell you, I've been through the roof on this topic forever. Every single year under Obamacare, my healthcare has been canceled. My premiums have doubled. And basically, I'm supposed to have this PPO just to get access to doctors, and it's catastrophic insurance, and it's more than most people's mortgage.
Right.
It is immoral. It is totally unfair. No one should have to pay more than a mortgage payment to get health coverage.
Do you think the insurance companies have anything to do with it?
And they're planning to increase my premiums by 20% if nothing is changed. So this is wrong. We have to get it fixed. And the people who voted against this, like Murkowski, she is done.
It's going to be a liability to the entire party, not just the 7 senators that voted against this.
Before we take our break, ladies and gentlemen, it is time again for Rich's Rant. That's right. We have a topic today. There he is, very upset. And folks, let me just tell you what happened. And I promise not to curse, but it's not easy not to curse at these 5 blankety-blank teenagers in Cocoa, Florida, who stood by laughing, making fun of 32-year-old Jamel Dunn as this disabled man was fighting for his life and drowned.
Get out the water, you gon' die. Look at that gator coming towards you, man. Ain't nobody finna help you, you dumb shouldn't have got in there.
This really is aggravating. And oh, there's no law, by the way, in Florida that says a witness has to help someone, but these punks have been charged for not reporting a death. Only one person was screaming for help, and it was Jamel Dunn. His body was recovered 5 days later. Arnold, what do you think about this?
The inhumanity. It's just hard to believe.
Looks like a lot of trigger pullers in Baltimore City. Subhuman people. I have no compassion for them. None.
Really?
None. Lock them up, throw away the key. I don't care about rehabilitation. I don't care. So this comes back to the sentencing aspect of this, okay, to going after the bad players. And I'm sorry, subhuman. Subhuman. And unfortunately, those are the ones that are destroying our city right now. Majority of the people living in Baltimore City are good people trying to do the right thing, and it's idiots and thugs like that that are ruining our city.
Those guys didn't look like guys sitting around Baltimore City. They're sitting out in some country place.
I'm talking about the mentality of it. I'm not talking about the geography, okay? Where people's minds are and the lack of respect that they have for life, including their own, by the way, is what I'm talking about.
And what it shows you is that it is not confined to one area. It's not confined to one social stratus. It's not confined to one culture.
I didn't say it was. Line them up and use one bullet. All right? Sorry. I got no compassion for them. None. Absolutely none. This comes back to sentencing and the liberal courts that we have in the city where everybody can be rehabilitated. And I'm sure they had a very difficult childhood and their mommy and daddy didn't love them. And if only their mommy had a better job or more food stamps or better health care, I'm sure that they wouldn't be sitting there. And they probably are the victims at the end of the day. And I'm sick and tired of it.